You are about to listen to a Jason Burgos exclusive interview. I'm Jason Burgos for Sherdog.com, here talking with the very skilled, the very gifted Neiman Gracie. First, is it Neiman? Is it Neiman? What is the right way to say it?
So we have two ways of saying it. We have the Brazilian way and the American way. Mm-hmm. So in Brazil it's Neiman, and here in America they call me Neiman. So, but anyway, it's fine.
Do you prefer Brazilian way, Neiman?
Yeah, Neiman.
All right. So now, before we have a lot of important questions about the big fight with Ed Ruth, First, I'm from the Bronx. Grew up in the Bronx, born and raised, still live in the Bronx. The home of hip-hop where I was born.
Yeah.
Tell me about using Eric B. and Rakim, Don't Sweat the Technique to come out and fight.
That's one of my favorites, you know. Like, since I was living in Brazil, I always loved hip-hop. And after I moved here, I got to love even more. And I love old school hip-hops, you know. And Eric B. and Rakim, Don't Sweat the Technique, it's one of my favorites, you know.
Really? So have you lived in, and how long have you been here in New York?
So I've been here for over 10 years, almost 12 years, I think.
So you grew up even listening to hip-hop before you got here?
Yes, I used to love hip-hop in Brazil. I used to love Tupac. He's really big in Brazil.
I'm a Biggie guy.
Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, you're from New York, you know, so.
You better not, because I know my hair is a mess right now. What about De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, any of those? That was big.
In Brazil, the biggest one was like Tupac and like the new guys that were coming in, you know. But after I moved here and I started to understand more of hip hop, man, I started listening to all the old school ones, and I love it, you know.
And what do you think of hip hop today? Not a big fan. I love hip hop.
Not at all. I don't even listen today. I don't even listen to hip hop anymore.
All I got is 90s on my iPod.
Me too.
Now going into the fight, what did you think of the Ed Ruth fight? I mean, you definitely shut a lot of people up. They doubted you. They didn't appreciate how gifted and talented you are, especially striking-wise. What did you think of your overall performance? How you did in the fight? How the fight went? Was it what you expected? All those things.
It was a good fight, of course. It was a pretty good fight. I was happy that the fight was a 5-round fight because I had more time to work. You know, I wasn't in such a hurry that I had to be. So being 5 rounds was a good thing. And it was a good fight. I was able to show more of my striking and also my wrestling. But I think I still have so much more to show. Most people don't know me yet, so they don't know what I'm capable of. So I think my striking is better than what I showed there, and I can do definitely better. But it was a great fight. Ed Ruth is a great champion. He's a great fighter. You know, one day. They gave me this fight. I was really happy with it, and it was awesome, man. It was a good fight.
Now, when I interviewed you for Sherdog, like the week before, you told me you had tricks for his wrestling. I was like, all right, you know, he said he's has
Everybody
tricks.
says
yeah, you know, this guy's a higher level. The rest of the sports evolved so much, but you legitimately had tricks. One of them that always stuck out to me was what led to the eventual submission. He was on top of you and your full guard, and I believe you grapevine his legs.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anything like before.
Yeah.
Was that some of the tricks? How long had you been working on something like that? And was that, because you didn't do it early in the fight, was it a setup? You did things early to lead you to that?
Yeah. So I had many tricks in jiu-jitsu. Like, I think that my style of jiu-jitsu is different than other people's styles, you know. It's more of a jiu-jitsu for a fight, which is different than a grappling jiu-jitsu, you know. And yeah, man, I had a couple more things that I could do, like more leg lock entries, and that one that I try to do, the one you're talking about, is a really good one to get the guys back. But he's a 3-time NCAA champion, so he has a great base, and he's stopping there. But I think that every attack that I put on him was making him get tired and frustrated of escaping, you know, and that wear him down later in the fight, and that paid off for sure.
I know. I mean, and one of the things I appreciate about your style is, in the history of Gracie fighters in MMA, of course, the grappling's phenomenal, but there hasn't really been a lot of Gracie fighters that are really good strikers.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a Gracie that's like an Ortega or a Jacare, but you were very good on the feet. You wore him out, especially the leg kicks, which I love. You know, talk to me about your coaches that you work with. I know you have a Muay Thai coach, a boxing coach, and how much they prepared you for his style, and what did you see in his striking that made you go, okay, I can take advantage of that?
So I've seen what you're talking about. I've seen jiu-jitsu guys going in there and they get frustrated because they cannot get the takedown and they cannot strike, so they lose the fight. And I have been seeing that over and over the years, you know. Before anything, I'm a huge fight fan, so I watch every kind of fight that you can imagine. I watch everybody, and I've been training my striking for years now. And I knew that since I've been putting myself into striking for so many years, it will pay off one of these days. And I knew that if I go to a fight that I cannot get the guy down, I will have to strike. So I've been working a lot on my striking, and been working a lot on my boxing, Muay Thai, you know. I've been doing boxing for over 6 or 7 years, and since I live here in New York, we have the best boxing gyms here. So I go to a lot of boxing gyms and I spar with guys, you know, and all of that paid off. And also here in Renzo's gym, we have a huge Muay Thai team here that they have a lot of fights, so they helped me a lot. All this striking that I've been doing for years helped me so much, and it paid off.
Now, speaking of course, the takedowns, and the thing that impressed me, which I didn't know about, they mentioned it at the end of the fight. I think it was John McCarthy. Is it true you've been working with Demian Maia's wrestling coach?
Yeah.
And that's huge because Demian Maia, amazing grappler, but he took a step forward, especially went to 170 when he started doing takedown. And you took down an NCAA champion multiple times. How long have you been working with him, and how much has that changed your game?
Yeah, I think I've been working with Cody for 3 or almost 4 years now, so it's been a while, you know. And not only him, I work with so many other guys. I work with a guy, his name is Hamid. He's an old guy from Iran. He's like 6 years old, but this guy's a monster. He comes here and he teaches, and I don't know if you guys know, but my cousins, they competed in wrestling before. Igor, Hollis, and Gregor, you know. They even tried out for the Brazilian national team, and I was training with them for the whole time. So I trained with Cody, which is Demian Maia wrestling coach. I trained with Professor Hamid. I train with Mike Torriero that comes here. So we have everything on this academy. We have a lot of good wrestlers. We have a lot of good striking guys. We have the best jiu-jitsu guys. So I try to take advantage of all of them, you know.
And you talked about that, you know, you watch the sport, you see things, you're knowing things like, okay, I have to get better here. Did you see what Maia did at welterweight? Because of it, you said, I got to talk to that guy.
Yeah.
And you contacted him on your own and said, look,
I trained with him, actually. So a couple years back when I started training with Cody, Demian was here. Demian, he trains here in New York. He trains at Edge Wrestling in Hoboken. And a lot of times I went to Edge to train with him. And I'm one of those guys that start asking him so many questions, you know. So every time I see him, I start asking so many questions, and I ask questions on the floor. I ask questions on his wrestling, and I bother him a lot. So, but that helped me. You know?
Yeah. Now the other thing I want to ask for people that are going to listen to this, watch this, and when I did the article on you, I got a couple of tweets on this, which is so strange to me. Now your official last name is your father's last name, Sherdog. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Now, your mother is a Gracie, so Carla Gracie. What made you the decision? Because your middle name is it Neiman Gracie?
Yeah.
So, what made you make the decision to cut off the Strombolski? Is it because you know the Gracie name's important, or did you ever think about, look, that's my father's name, I want to build that name? What was the thinking?
So this is a good question, because I see a lot of people saying, oh, he's a fake Gracie.
Yeah, that's what I was like,
he's not a Gracie. Like, how can I be a fake Gracie?
Yes.
Renzo is my uncle.
Yes.
It's my mom, not a Gracie. He's my grandfather, not my grandfather. You know, like, what the hell? Do you guys know a secret that I don't know? You know, so I am a Gracie. What happened in Brazil is that a lot of guys we use both names. We use the whole name. If you see Brazilian people, they have a huge name like Rafael Carvalho de Souza Silva. You know, so if you see guys like José Aldo, for example, his name is José Aldo Floreiro, something like that. You know, if you see Junior Cigano dos Santos, his name is Junior Cigano dos Santos Silva. So, you know, a lot of people they choose one of the middle names to use it, and of course, I choose the Gracie name because it's such a huge name, you know. So since I started competing in Brazil as a kid, I started competing when I was like 7 years old. I've been using the Gracie name, of course, you know. So these people saying that I'm a fake Gracie, this is just crazy, you know.
It's nuts. Question?
Yeah. You almost finished and I come up. This guy always bothering me to train.
I can't blame him.
Yeah.
Now, you're gonna face the winner of Rory MacDonald and Jon Fitch,
Yeah.
and we talked about it in that first interview too. And now this is huge. You are going to fight for the title next.
Yeah.
First, what do you think of that fight? How do you think that fight plays out? And who do you think, or who you feel is likely you might be facing next?
Yeah. So everybody thinks that Rory will win this fight. Of course, he's the favorite. But Jon Fitch is he's a good fighter. He's a grinder, man.
Yes.
So we cannot sleep on that guy. So I think Jon Fitch has his chance of winning. Of course, Rory is the favorite. But I think that Rory is the favorite to win this fight, but I cannot sleep on Jon Fitch, so I don't really know what's going to happen. If Jon Fitch is able to get those takedowns, he's going to win this fight.